Sistering was started in the very early 80s, and it was started by a group of women who lived in Toronto, and they saw the need for a program at that time for women. The province had deinstitutionalized folks across Ontario, and a lot of people gravitated to Toronto. And when the government closed all of these institutions, they committed to providing community support. Those supports never came, and so you found at the time women wandering around the streets with no place to go. So these women got together and started essentially a tea and cookies program at what's called the Scadding Court Community Center downtown at Bathurst and Dundas. And from there, it just continued to grow. Sistering became 24/7 back in 2013 after a woman was sexually assaulted twice in one night by two different men while she slept on the stairs of a city building in downtown Toronto. As a result of that, the community was really outraged that this could happen, and there was no place for women to go overnight.
The reason we went 24/7 was to be a low barrier drop-in. This isn't a shelter. We don't follow the same standards as a shelter. We don't have beds. And I think our capacity is about 35 or 40. We have 70 people staying here every night.
I heard about sistering through my mother and other people, and they don't judge. Everyone's here for their own reasons.
But we've got people who are socially isolated. We've got people who are dealing with mental illness. We've got people who are running from bad boyfriends. It's tough out there. Finding a job can be very difficult when you're dealing with someone who has mental illness or who has been incarcerated.
I've always been open about my mental health with my clients and everybody. If I can talk about my mental health, then it makes other people feel okay to talk about their mental health.
Some of the programs that Sistering runs include literacy, health and wellness programs like yoga, and things for self-care, including hairdressing and makeup.
We have a Spun Studio, which is a textile studio that teaches women how to knit, to sew, to crochet. We have people that come in and teach women how to play the harp and bells, which is really exciting.
The kitchen is a great place. There are 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack at night. We will serve 200 women a day. The nice thing is that they don't line up to get their food. The trolleys go out and they are served where they are.
We have 4 GPs on staff, phenomenal medical doctors. There's always a lineup to get in to see both the docs and the psychiatrists.
Since I've gotten this position, which has been a year and maybe 3 months, we've had 9 people die in our harm reduction program. You don't get time to grieve. You have to keep working. And some of those clients I see more than my family. We have 4 different kits. One is called Chasing the Dragon. There's stems, which is a glass straw, and there's tinfoil, but it's special tinfoil that doesn't have all the coatings on it, so it's not toxic.
Some of the initiatives that we're looking at doing is to really amplify the voices of the participants that we serve. So one of those areas is with the Fair Fare Coalition. So we've been instrumental in reducing the rates for transit, which is a huge barrier for many of our participants. We're also looking at housing. That is a huge issue within the city of Toronto, the fact that there are 8,000 homeless people, but there are also way more people who are precariously housed.
The greatest thing for me would be that sistering won't have to exist, that there'll be places for women to live, and they'll be safe, and they'll be off the street, and they can have comfort in their life.